Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. October 2024 is packed with spine-chilling horror films that will keep fans on the edge of their seats. As the Halloween season approaches, streaming platforms like Prime Video, Hulu, Disney+, Hotstar, and Apple TV Plus are offering a diverse selection of horror movies, from psychological thrillers to supernatural terrors. Whether you're into scares or looking for something fresh and unsettling, these platforms have something to offer for every horror enthusiast. Here's a look at the top 7 best horror movies to stream this October across these platforms, guaranteed to deliver frights, suspense, and haunting thrills. Number 7. Cobweb. Cobweb is a sinister, slow-burn horror film that masterfully weaves a chilling atmosphere, making it a standout among recent horror releases. Directed by Samuel Bodden in his feature debut, the film tells the unsettling story of Peter, a young boy who begins to hear eerie knocking sounds from inside his bedroom walls. What begins as a seemingly simple haunted house narrative quickly escalates into a dark, psychological thriller, full of suspense and unexpected twists. The young lead, played by Woody Norman, delivers a standout performance as Peter. He perfectly captures the innocence and fear of a child struggling to make sense of the terrifying events around him. His character's vulnerability and quiet determination make him a compelling protagonist, and his portrayal feels both believable and heartbreaking. Lizzie Kaplan and Anthony Starr, who play Peter's parents, bring a chilling, almost unnerving energy to their roles. Kaplan's subtle yet disturbing performance as Peter's overprotective mother contrasts with Starr's menacing presence as the father, creating a tense and oppressive family dynamic that amplifies the film's horror elements. One of Cobweb's greatest strengths is its ability to maintain a sense of mystery throughout. The script, written by Chris Thomas Devlin, cleverly balances psychological horror with supernatural elements, leaving the audience guessing about the true nature of the threat. Is it all in Peter's mind, or is there something genuinely evil hiding in the walls? The film takes its time building up the suspense, keeping viewers on edge as it teases out the terrifying truth. What makes Cobweb particularly impressive is its ability to deliver a deeply unsettling story that lingers long after the credits roll. It's a horror film that doesn't rely solely on gore or cheap thrills, but instead uses atmosphere, strong performances, and a gripping narrative to create something truly chilling. The film also explores themes of childhood trauma, fear of the unknown, and the terrifying realization that those we trust the most might be hiding dark secrets. Number 6. The Last Voyage of the Demeter. The Last Voyage of the Demeter is a masterclass in atmospheric horror, skillfully directed by Andre Øvredal, known for his expert handling of tension in films like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Based on a chilling chapter from Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie delves into the ill-fated journey of the Russian ship Demeter, as it transports a mysterious cargo from Transylvania to England. The premise may be simple, but the execution is anything but ordinary. Øvredal and his team elevate the material with meticulous attention to detail, turning the confined quarters of a 19th-century ship into a claustrophobic nightmare. At the heart of the story is the crew's slow realization that something malevolent is aboard their vessel. The tension builds gradually as strange occurrences hint at a lurking danger. The decision to not overuse Dracula's character works in the film's favor. Instead of a continuous barrage of scares, the film thrives on a growing sense of unease, with Dracula portrayed more like a predatory force than a traditional horror villain. When he does appear, his presence is terrifying and primal, perfectly embodying the mythic, monstrous version of the vampire we've come to fear. The cast delivers solid performances, especially Corey Hawkins as Clements, a doctor who finds himself trying to piece together the mystery of the ship's doom. Hawkins plays the role with a blend of skepticism and courage, making him a relatable character amid the supernatural chaos. Aisling Franciosi also stands out as Anna, a stowaway whose fate becomes intertwined with the ship's macabre journey. The supporting cast, including the grizzled captain played by Liam Cunningham, adds depth, with each character bringing their own fears and flaws into the story, enhancing the sense of dread that hangs over the voyage. What truly resonates in The Last Voyage of the Demeter is its refusal to conform to modern horror tropes. The scares are not jump-out-at-you moments, but are instead crafted through a slow burn of anxiety. Øvredal's direction ensures that the audience is constantly on edge, expecting something horrific to happen at any moment. The tension is palpable, and when the horror does arrive, it's both brutal and earned. Number 5. Pearl, the prequel to Ti West's X, is a visually stunning and deeply unsettling character study that stands out as a modern horror gem. Set in 1918, the film immerses the audience in the early life of Pearl, a character whose disturbing descent into madness is both tragic and terrifying. With Mia Goth in the lead role, delivering a mesmerizing performance, Pearl is not just a slasher film, but a haunting exploration of isolation, ambition, and psychological decay. Mia Goth's portrayal of Pearl is nothing short of phenomenal. She brings a raw vulnerability to the character, allowing the audience to sympathize with her, even as her actions become increasingly horrific. Pearl's desire to escape the confines of her rural life and become a star is a relatable dream, but her growing obsession and inability to cope with failure or rejection push her into dangerous territory. Goth brilliantly captures the character's emotional range, from wide-eyed innocence to unsettling, unhinged rage. Her performance is particularly compelling in the quieter moments, where you can see Pearl's internal struggle simmering beneath the surface, waiting to erupt. The supporting cast, while secondary to Goth's magnetic performance, also deserves recognition. David Corenswet as the handsome projectionist offers a brief glimpse of hope in Pearl's otherwise bleak world, while Emma Jenkins Purrow as Pearl's sister-in-law Misty represents everything Pearl wishes she could be. These characters, while not the focus, help flesh out Pearl's motivations and add depth to her spiraling sense of envy and desperation. Pearl is a visually striking and emotionally charged horror film that transcends the typical genre conventions. Ti West and Mia Goth have crafted a film that is as much about the horrors of unfulfilled dreams and mental illness as it is about physical violence. Pearl stands out not only as a prequel to X, but as a powerful standalone film in its own right. Number 4. Hellraiser. The 2022 reboot of Hellraiser reinvigorates the iconic horror franchise with a fresh, modern take that stays true to Clive Barker's original vision while offering a new perspective on its twisted mythology. Directed by David Bruckner, known for his work on The Night House and The Ritual, this film brings a renewed energy to the beloved series, blending body horror with psychological depth in a way that feels both terrifying and sophisticated. The movie introduces a new protagonist, Riley, Odessa Azion, a struggling addict who finds herself entangled in the horrific mysteries of the Lament Configuration, a puzzle box that opens gateways to a dimension ruled by the sadistic Cenobites. Bruckner skillfully weaves together Riley's personal journey of addiction and trauma with the otherworldly horror, making the film feel grounded in real human emotions while exploring the darker aspects of desire and suffering. This emotional core sets Hellraiser apart from many horror reboots, giving the audience someone to truly care about amidst the chaos. Odessa Azion delivers a powerful and nuanced performance as Riley. She captures both the vulnerability and strength of a character caught in a web of otherworldly torment, and her portrayal adds depth to what could have been a straightforward Scream Queen role. Her character's battle with her inner demons mirrors the external horrors she faces, creating a layered narrative where psychological and supernatural elements from Odessa intertwine seamlessly. And Jamie Clayton ensures that this reboot is more than just a retreat of old ideas. It's a bold reimagining that respects its roots while pushing the story into exciting new territory. Number 3. Antlers. Antlers is a deeply atmospheric and chilling horror film that delves into the primal fears of human nature, set against the backdrop of a small, decaying Oregon town. Directed by Scott Cooper and produced by Guillermo del Toro, the movie stands out for its haunting visuals, unsettling mood, and a story that blends folklore with raw human emotion. Kerry Russell delivers a compelling performance as Julia Meadows, a schoolteacher trying to unravel the dark mysteries surrounding one of her students, Lucas, played by Jeremy T. Thomas. Lucas's heartbreaking portrayal of a boy dealing with unimaginable horrors at home is both disturbing and moving. The film expertly weaves themes of trauma, isolation, and the monstrous consequences of unchecked grief, drawing viewers into an eerie narrative that feels both intimate and terrifying. The creature design, inspired by the mythological Wendigo, is terrifyingly well crafted, with a slow buildup of dread that culminates in terrifying reveals. Antlers is a dark, thoughtful, and visually arresting horror film that combines folklore with emotional depth, delivering scares that linger long after the credits roll. It's a must-watch for fans of slow-burn, atmospheric horror. Number 2. Maxine. Maxine, the thrilling conclusion to Ti West's horror trilogy, is a stylish and captivating slasher that brilliantly wraps up the journey of Maxine Minx. Following X and Pearl, Maxine takes viewers back to the 1980s, drenched in neon lights and pulsating with ambition, as Maxine seeks fame and stardom in the world of Hollywood while escaping the deadly past that haunts her. Mia Goth shines once again as Maxine, delivering a raw, fearless performance that highlights her character's transformation from a survivor into a driven starlet desperate for fame. Goth's portrayal is mesmerizing, with moments of vulnerability contrasted against her fierce determination, making Maxine one of the most memorable horror characters in recent years. West's direction masterfully blends 80s aesthetics with slasher genre thrills, delivering a movie that is both nostalgic and fresh. The soundtrack pulses with synth beats, heightening the tension and creating a vivid sense of time and place. The gritty depiction of 1980s Hollywood, with its seedy underbelly and cutthroat nature, provides the perfect backdrop for Maxine's rise and the violence that ensues. In all, Maxine is a satisfying and exhilarating end to Ti West's trilogy, with Mia Goth's stellar performance anchoring a film that's both terrifying and emotionally gripping. Number 1. Last Night in Soho. Last Night in Soho, directed by Edgar Wright, is a visually stunning and intricately woven psychological thriller that transports audiences between the vibrant 1960s and the gritty present day, blending mystery, suspense, and horror into a truly unique cinematic experience. Wright, known for his stylistic filmmaking, live creates a sensory masterpiece that is both a love letter to London's swinging 60s and a haunting exploration of obsession and identity. The story follows Eloise, played by the brilliant Thomasin McKenzie, a shy, aspiring fashion designer who moves to London to pursue her dreams. Eloise, with her love for all things vintage, feels out of place in the modern world, but soon discovers a mysterious connection to the 1960s when she begins experiencing vivid dreams. In these dreams, she embodies Sandy, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, a dazzling and ambitious singer navigating the glamorous nightlife of Soho. However, what starts as a beautiful escape into the past quickly turns into a dark, unsettling nightmare as Eloise uncovers disturbing truths about Sandy's life. Thomasin McKenzie's portrayal of Eloise is emotionally layered, capturing the innocence and vulnerability of a young woman overwhelmed by the glamour and danger of the world she finds herself drawn into. Anya Taylor-Joy delivers an equally captivating performance as Sandy, exuding charisma and elegance, but with a hidden fragility that becomes more apparent as the plot unfolds. The two actresses, although never physically together in the same scene, create a mesmerizing dynamic that keeps the viewer on edge. One of the standout elements of Last Night in Soho is its breathtaking visual style. The film masterfully blends the real and surreal, using mirrors, reflections, and transitions to immerse the audience in Eloise's otherworldly experiences. Last Night in Soho is a bold, stylish, and deeply atmospheric film that blends genres with precision, delivering a story that is as visually arresting as it is emotionally complex. With stunning performances from its cast, particularly Mackenzie and Taylor-Joy, and Edgar Wright's masterful direction, the film stands as a unique entry in the psychological thriller genre. It's a movie that lingers long after the credits roll, inviting viewers to question the allure of nostalgia and the often hidden darkness behind the glamour of the past. Well, this is it. Share your impressions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.